and this is my opinion, people want to, like, when something fails, they just jump up and just try something different instead of going with what they originally said they were going to do. So when you start changing your focus off of doing plan A, says, okay, this didn't work, now I'm gonna go try plan B. Well, this whole time you could have been working on plan A and actually got headway in plan A. You wasted time working on plan B just to find out 5, 10, 15 years down the line that plan A was where you should have been at the whole time.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build the game.
So we have a weird situation here, but it's about to be cool. This just seemed like a cool idea, but it could go horribly, horribly, horribly wrong.
Or it could not.
But I feel like it's going to go horribly, horribly, horribly right. We cooking in the studio. So this is the Dirty Trunk Podcast, or kind of, almost. This is the Dirty Trunk Podcast setting, but just really not the Dirty Trunk for real, just like kind of like Dirty Trunk-ish.
Adjacent.
Dirty Trunk adjacent. With Aaron and Alyssa.
It's not as much of a rain.
It's not. But it's cool, though. It'll be all right. So Marcus and Courtney have gone away, and they have left us here in Virginia. But I decided that I didn't want to go a week without doing the podcast. So here I am with Alyssa, and we just decided that we were going to make it a little bit interesting by cooking in the studio. So what are we making today, Miss Alyssa?
Carne asada fries.
We are making steak carne asada. Was it carne asada means steak, right?
That's how you season steak for.
Well, yeah, because carne just means meat.
Asada is how you.
So could you make pork and call it carne asada? We're just going to have to go to Mexico and ask a bunch of questions. But anyway, we have our hot plate right here in front of us. And like I said, this could be a bad idea. So if, somebody finds this video and the house burns down, here's the 1,000.
Okay.
In full disclosure, if the house burns down, I save Alyssa first. But
if you can make it out.
That's why I save you first. I don't need to.
Meaning I save you next?
I don't need to make it out if I save you.
No.
Because
that's not how this works.
The legacy carries on with you.
No.
So what are we here to talk about today? You actually put those topics down in your phone. Like, I don't really remember at the moment, so you're going to have to help me out.
What does the source of failure, or the reason for our fear of failure come
Actually, from? You know what? We could start off with why we always butt heads as a couple and how to fix that. No. First of all, we should explain we are not the perfect couple in the slightest.
Nope.
At all. And people seem to always look at us like we're in this perpetual honeymoon phase that never seems to end. Like, we've been together for almost a year. Now, I mean, we've actually known each other for more than a year, but have officially been together for a little over 11 months.
A little less than 11 months. Because it won't be 11 months until
July 9th. The 10th, yeah.
You almost forgot.
No, I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I have these dates written down. I will never forget. Never.
You will off the top of your head.
Never.
You will off the top of your head.
Yeah. I'm about to. The steak is about to happen, babe.
That's fine.
The steak is about to happen.
I am.
I want you to get hype. Get hype.
I am a
The
calm hype.
steak is about to
I'm gonna
happen.
be even happier when it's done, and it's on my fries, and in my mouth,
All
and
right.
in my belly.
In your belly. All right. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
it
This is about to
smells so
smell so
good.
good.
Ooh.
Never thought I would hear that sound in the studio.
We should just make a sound effect.
Ooh. All right. So, back to the conversation at hand. What do you think, like in your honest opinion, what is the one thing that we always butt heads on?
Level of effectiveness and our use of emotions when it comes to making choices or deciding to do things, or the level of effectiveness that we have based on how much we involve emotions or not.
Do you feel like emotions are necessary to handling situations?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because the way that a bunch of people that should not be in power but are
Mm-hmm.
make decisions that have no idea on how other people's decisions make an impact on others.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I feel that the need to be human is needing
Important.
to keep emotions intact,
Okay.
to give a more overall well-educated answer to making any sort of decisions.
And do you feel like I don't
You
take
do
those
not use emotions at all. Ever.
at all?
Ever.
Ever?
Ever. If you could have fallen in love with me without an emotion, you would have.
Whoa, that made me sound horrible.
You just aren't an emotional person.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't
no.
think so?
No.
I'm emotional with you.
With me. Maybe that's because I'm rubbing off on you.
I don't know. Like I feel like emotions are used when necessary, because the way I'm taught, or the way I've been listening to my mentors, if I got my stuff right, at the end of your feelings, it's still are your principles. And if you are living in life off of your principle, off of your feelings and your emotions, then things never get done, because it's like, what do I feel in the moment? Is what I'm feeling going to help me move forward? Like, what do I feel like doing right now? Like, I don't feel like doing anything right now, but I know working is more important than what I'm feeling.
See, but those aren't the kind of feelings that I'm talking about.
You're
I'm
talking
not
about, like,
talking about
emotions.
feeling lazy or anything like that.
You're talking
That
about
I will-
emotions.
Yeah.
I get that, but there's still feelings.
Yeah.
So I just try not to base anything off of my feelings, because my feelings are usually wrong. My
See,
feelings.
but my gut instinct with emotions is very, very right. Granted, I might over exhibit feelings sometimes. Oh, hush.
It's likely. It's likely.
But at the end of the day, I'm always going to make decisions based on all factors, not simply emotions.
Okay. So I know some of the things that we have butt heads about, we're not necessarily allowed to talk about. So I'm not going to go too much into that. But can we talk about the situation recently?
With a certain individual that I work with?
Yes. Could we talk about that? Is that on the table? Could we? I mean, obviously no names,
Yeah.
but and no companies, because we can't afford to necessarily lose that job right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but could we talk about that?
Yes.
Like, just for the sake of context of what happened, Alyssa got to work on Wednesday, and a certain individual that she works with is as somebody that she normally has problems with. This is somebody who Alyssa feels like is kind of like stomping on her toes and holding her back in the sense of succeeding. And in a way, I kind of understand, because I have been seeing a little bit of a personal conflict when it comes to how the job is handled and how certain situations are handled, even to the point where Alyssa has been blamed for things on days that she doesn't even work. So I do see the conflict. I see the problem. So, but on this particular day, I guess Alyssa was, shall I say,
Fed up.
fed up. Yeah, let's just call it what it is. She was fed up, and she didn't necessarily handle it the way I would have handled it. Like, and it upset me because from what I felt from my end of it was that I was attacked because you felt attacked, and I was kind of like put in the same place as the enemy.
No. Well, I mean,
Like in
I get
the
that that's how
level
you felt,
in the
but-
level of importance, I kind of felt like I was just one of the enemies, and that I just needed to be, because you said that you felt like you needed to protect yourself from feeling whatever, and I was giving that to you, so you protected yourself from me.
I was more thinking of I had to get 18 different things done within 15 minutes, and the fact that I had to add about 6 other certain things
Yeah.
to my plate before I can complete any of those.
Yeah.
I knew that I had to
Focus.
figure it out, and it basically, I got into the realm of, well, no, I guess that's more of my point. So that was me not making any decisions without emotion, or that was me making decisions without using emotion to make an entire judgment.
See, that's not
didn't-
what I saw.
See?
I saw too
But-
much emotion.
No, I didn't care what you felt like in the moment. I just knew that you were in the way and I needed you to go out.
Huh.
So no, you do not want me making no emotional decisions.
I mean, regardless, like, I know emotions seem to, like, they balance out a situation, and I get that. But at the same time, it's like you hinder yourself sometimes when you make your decisions based off emotions. And I know it's a situational thing. It's not like every time you make a decision based off of feelings and emotions and things like that. Like, you can't make a decision about your family without using emotions. I get that. You
Right.
can't make a decision about like where you live or something like that without using emotions, like where you settle down at for the rest of your life, or how to handle certain properties that's left behind by family members from the past or something like that. Yeah, I get that. You can't make those decisions based off emotions, but there's like certain things in life, like for instance, like I can't make a business decision based off of my emotions. Like
I mean, you can't make it solely off of emotions. But, I mean, there's definitely some emotions that need to go into it. Wait, do you need this?
I got a plate.
Okay. You're going to cut it on the plate?
So
Don't
you
touch
think
it.
do you think I'm too emotionless when it comes to making decisions?
Full disclosure, yes.
That's what you're here for. And you're the balance. I like to
Exactly.
think so anyway.
You are.
Because I mean, I fully agree that it takes a woman to, though a man may be complete on his own when handling his life, or should be complete. Should be, men. You should be completed when you you shouldn't be looking for people to complete you. She taught me that, actually. You should be completed by the time you find the woman that you're going to be with, but there is certain aspects to how a man thinks versus how a woman thinks. And Alyssa is a perfect example of that. Like every decision that I make, like I know for a fact that I'm like cold sometimes. I get it. And you know, I like to help people just as much as she does, but how I go about it is a bit different.
Yeah.
Like I like to think that I'm like a nice person,
You are. For the right people.
but when it comes to forgiveness, not so much. Now, when you say like I actually want to, because that actually makes a very good conversation too. But when you say that I am cold or heartless,
You are not heartless.
Well, what did you just say?
I just said that you make decisions that are a little more emotionless than I do.
Explain what you mean by that.
Okay, perfect example. So when E.T. was talking about how certain people are pilots, very destination A to B. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. I have no other people that I'm considering, just get there. That's you.
You think I'm a pilot?
Yes.
I thought I was more like a flight attendant, honestly.
That's me. I'm the one that's like, okay, make sure that you're okay, make sure that you're okay, make sure that everyone is supporting, and then we can all get to destination B. Pilot A will take care of it.
Huh.
Pilot A.
Pilot A. You're not funny.
I try. But I am very much the support role, and I know that you hate when I use that, but...
I mean, all right, I guess I get it now. Like, I guess when we first talked about it, like, I just like to see a superstar in everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so I just like to see a superstar in everybody. So it's just like, I guess when you said it the first time when we were having the conversation, it just sounded bad. Like, it just sounded dirty. It's like, why would I not want to be important? Like, and that's the vibe that I guess that's the vibe that I created when you told me that.
Yeah. But see, everyone needs somebody to balance them. I'm the one that's going to remind you about things that you typically wouldn't think of. You're not thinking of the fact that, oh yeah, we can get to this destination, but we might have to lose some luggage, or I don't know. I'm trying to use the pilot analogy and it's not working.
The truck is overweight. Throw some people out the window.
Yeah. That's you. Whereas me, I might think a little bit differently about that. I'm always going to prioritize making sure that everyone or the mass amount of people is okay, rather than just getting plan A done.
No. Plan A is the only plan that's important.
See, I'm one of those people that if plan A doesn't work, there's still 25 other letters in the alphabet.
No, sir. No,
and
ma'am.
then double A, double Z,
No, ma'am.
then triple A,
No,
triple
ma'am.
Z.
No, ma'am. Because Will
What
Smith...
about try again? What
Will-
about fail?
Will Smith said, along with fail fast, fail forward, and fail often, Will Smith also said that plan B doesn't exist. You only have plan A. That's what's wrong with most people now. And this is my opinion. People want to, like, when something fails, they just jump up and just try something different instead of going with what they originally said they were going to do. So when you start changing your focus off of doing plan A, says, okay, this didn't work, now I'm going to go try plan B. Well, this whole time you could have been working on plan A and actually got headway in plan A. You wasted time working on plan B just to find out 5, 10, 15 years down the line that plan A was where you should have been at the whole time.
Different methods of things get you still to the right place. But you just might have to try plan B, C,
For instance,
D.
I've been writing The Ascension Universe for 10 years. I've never finished a book.
Right.
Why? Because I've been trying plan B, plan C, plan D, E,
But no,
F,
you're not trying
G.
different plans. You're trying different courses.
But they were all wastes of time.
But see, that's not what I'm referencing. I'm just saying that there's different ways to go about things to get to the same goal. Your goal was different each time. And your books were just kind of there being like, hey, pay attention to me.
You and I, like, we differ in, like, the biggest way possible when it comes to, like, making plans. Like, I'm like, I absolutely have to make this plan for my 1 year goal, my 2 year goal, 3 year goal, 5 year goal. Like, I have to know where everything is right now in order to move in the future, because I kind of feel like if I don't know my plan, then I can't possibly live in my day, because it's like, if I know what I need to do, then I know what I'm going to do, if that makes sense. Like, if I know what I'm going to do 10 years down the line, then I know what my today needs to look like if I'm to get to that goal 10 years from now.
Yeah,
Like,
splitting the difference to get to that goal.
And I just kind of feel like if you don't make a plan, which you never rush to make a plan. And it's just one thing that I've noticed about you. Like, you don't have, like, well, when we met, you didn't have a 10-year plan. And it kind of worried me a little bit.
Virginia was definitely not a part of it at first.
And well, when you met me, Virginia had to be a part of it because you were already here.
My 10-year plan would have already been going by that point if I had made one.
But the fact that you didn't have one is what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying,
the fact
plans
that you don't have one
change,
now,
and that's why I'm not exactly in a rush to make one.
And plans do change, but even though those plans change, they never really.
I'm trying to figure out what I haven't put in there yet.
You put everything in there. I've been watching you.
Okay.
But even though plans do change, like you said, they always seem to take you back to what you already planned.
For the most part, unless there's like major wrenches that get thrown in things.
Yeah, that happens.
Which has kind of happened this year.
Yeah. But even though your plan has been changed, your wrench was thrown in your plan, you still had to make a new plan.
Yeah,
And
I just have to figure
because
out
because you're emotional as a decision maker, you've allowed emotions to kind of take charge.
That's because I'm the flight attendant. I care about how other people are impacted by my decisions. If it was just me making decisions for me, then it would be different.
But it's a team effort.
Yeah.
Both and I'm gonna tread lightly on the topic, but not everybody around you are flight attendants. So E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher actually talks about a flight assessment on his website, where he refers to the DISC assessment from back in the day, where it actually calculates your personality type, where it's like a little assessment test that calculates your
I didn't try not to sneeze.
Did you get hit by the pepper?
No, I didn't think that.
Yeah. So it's the DISC assessment that we're referring to when we're talking about the pilot, the flight attendant, the grounds crew, and what is the other one?
I can't remember.
Those
are the three. Actually, I only remembered the two.
Oh, yeah, because there's a grounds crew too.
Was it like the gate check-in or something like that?
I don't even know.
I don't remember.
I have no idea.
But I just remember that it was those two that were likely us.
So Alyssa feels like she's the flight attendant, the one that takes care of everybody, which she is. She absolutely is. The personality type of a what is it? Blue? Is it blue?
Seems about right. You're probably red.
Yeah. But yeah.
Funny that you call yourself the Red, though, and you didn't think that you were the pilot.
The Red?
The Red.
When the hell have I called myself the Red?
You just said. I just said that I think that you're the Red, and you were like, yeah.
What were we talking about? We were talking about the pilot.
I know. Wait, don't those coordinate to the same things?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, but I just feel like decisions should be made with all things,
Including emotions.
including. I mean, I'm not objecting to that, but you don't think that decisions, like even if emotions come in, you don't think that like things need to be handled based off of effectiveness.
Yes, I do. Just sometimes
But you are the type of person that would allow the effectiveness of the situation to fall to the wayside because emotions have been too strong.
there's just other factors that need to go into it
Oh,
before I need to.
I mean, because you do it often. You do it more often than you think, actually. Even with the situation with the person at work.
I already tried confronting her.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
Based off of the conversation that you told me that you had with her, that wasn't the case. That wasn't what I heard. And that's definitely,
See, but
as
I've
a
tried in
pilot,
previous times.
as a pilot, that's definitely not what she heard either.
Oh, so she's a pilot. I just think that. Yep. No, I'm gonna be nice.
Was that about me?
No. I was gonna call her something.
Or urchin?
Ursula, maybe.
I mean, Ursula was a pilot too.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to get better pilots.
Barack Obama?
No, because
No, Barack Obama was a flight attendant. Michelle?
Michelle is a flight attendant too.
Nah, Michelle is a whole pilot.
Nope.
Well, I haven't read her book, so I don't
And I did.
know much about her personality.
I did.
CJ.
That's why I liked them all better.
So you just hate all pilots? How you end up here?
Because I can rub off on you.
Well, Jamal's kind of. Yeah, Jamal's a pilot. No,
I like E.T. too.
maybe E.T. ain't a pilot.
Exactly.
So pilots don't get no love.
They love.
Poop. Anyway, when it comes to how you handle things, and we actually talked about it in last week's episode, how being passive and not speaking out could actually block a blessing and keep you in a state of not the opposite of growth, pretty much. Keep you knocking yourself down a few pegs, not necessarily you in general, because what we realize is that you and Marcus are completely alike when it comes to personality. Like, you two are pretty much like how y'all think is pretty much the same person. Like, yeah. He's really passive, and when it comes to like speaking up about
when
things,
I need to.
he does too, but it's just usually too late.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
For the last 2 times I've saved it.
I don't really know what 2 times you're talking about. So we're not going to talk about that, but regardless, it's the difference between you and I and how we handle conflict is what I'm really referring to, because where you would usually not push to solve an issue, to like pretty much be vocal about something that's like not right, I'm just like, yo, so I don't like that, fix that shit. Whereas
I do that sometimes too.
You are more like, well, it could be a little bit better. I don't really know though. But if it's just my opinion, it's just really not up to. It could be a little bit better. You know how you
See, I do that with stuff with me. But if it's for other people, I'll go to bat for anybody.
And I do remember that one time at work you did do that.
There was a second time too.
But you don't do it for you, so why? How does that work?
Flight attendant.
Take care of everybody else, but can't take care of yourself. That's not effective.
I'm still living.
Okay. No.
I'm one of the most optimistic people that you've probably ever met.
Ever in my life. So our 10-year plan is one thing, but what's yours? What's your 10-year plan?
Helping support your 10-year plan.
Just support?
Being a part of it, yes.
What about yours?
Mine is being successful in your tenure.
Okay. All right.
As far as specifics, I don't know. I still haven't found my passion. I just know that I want to help people.
I understand. You could do that at work, being in your position.
I'm not doing that for 10 years.
I mean, you, just as a start.
Not for 10 years.
Your rival said something that made me think about you, and even though she's a complete ass, her numbers don't lie. When it comes,
Number of bodies.
Bodies of people that she helped, yeah. As far as I know, there's about 7 people that she has personally helped get promoted.
L, which is as toxic as she is.
Yeah.
I don't know the others. I know that she's gotten 3 people fired.
Yeah. Yeah, but dirt comes back to everybody. Eventually, dirt comes to everybody. Eventually.
And the snake has wiggled her way out of many.
The universe knows.
And the universe needs to catch up.
That ain't how that works. It gets her when it gets to her. That ain't got nothing to do with us. However, I'm just talking about you right now. I'm not talking about her. In your position, you have the tools to help people build their stories and grow their numbers and whatnot, and become a very integral part of the company. So just start there.
That's where I was. And you said you had no aspirations for staying that low either.
Not me.
I'm just saying.
You can't help me.
I'm just saying.
You, unfortunately.
I don't need to be on your low standards.
Low standards? What are you talking about?
You were talking about how you would never get stuck there for 10 years.
Are you stuck?
I'm just saying. If
Are
you're
you-
trying to make me be there 10 years in order to make a difference,
No, I'm not telling you to be there for 10 years. I'm telling you while you're there, make the best of it.
that's what I've been doing.
Then use your passion to do what you're doing at your job.
No, I need to find my true passion that will get me out of that place.
Well, that could be a start. Helping
It was
people,
a start before.
helping people grow their lives, like a life coach. Could you do that?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. You couldn't be the coach.
Uh-uh.
You can't be my coach. You help
I've
me.
tried being your coach.
You help me grow my life.
I've tried being your coach.
You don't talk enough.
I've tried being your coach.
You don't talk enough.
I'm too emotional for you.
What you mean?
I'm too emotional for you.
Have we talked about this?
Yeah?
What are you talking about?
We've talked about this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You said that you need somebody to kick your butt in gear all the time.
Oh, yeah, my accountability partner. You don't do that.
I try to.
You've never done that.
I've tried to.
You've never done that.
I've tried to.
In fact, you encourage me to not work a lot.
I do not.
You do.
I do not. I ask you all the time if you wrote today.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess that is still the same. A lot of us try to do everything on our own, and we fail to mix in everybody's temperaments with ours. One of my biggest issues when we first got together was that I was me, you were you, and we were different, even though we had similar likes and dislikes. Similar likes and dislikes. We were different in an entire aspect, but we complemented one another. And instead of just looking at our differences at the beginning, that things that made us different, I looked at, instead of those things that makes us different, like they're bad things, I looked at it as, how does this complement this? How can I work with this trait that you have? And I made a whole list of things, and we had this I can't remember what was going on around the time, but we had a falling out about something, and I just cannot remember what it was. But it came down to, our differences they could be toxic to one another, but they can work. And I remember writing the list down now, and I remember what was on it. One thing being, I guess I don't remember what was on it. But yeah, so the people around you, man, like just take accountability of everybody that you keep in your presence on a day-to-day basis, whether it's in business or whether it's like at home or at work or whatever. Like, just know who you're compatible with, and you can't be the same thing around everybody. Like that is the key to success. Like, though you are you, and you should be your authentic self, it's just certain sides of you just shouldn't be shown to everybody. Because I can't have a conversation with Marcus like I have with Alyssa, for obvious reasons, for one thing, but there are other reasons. Like, I can't talk to him and Courtney the same, because they understand things different. Their temperaments are different. So I can't have business conversations with them on the same, not necessarily the same level. I can't say level because it makes it sound bad. Like I can talk to one of them a little bit more of an intellectual conversation more than the other, but that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. But everybody understands things different. Everybody looks at things a little bit different. And what me and Alyssa had to figure out as a couple was that though we're different, we kind of balance each other out, because I don't use emotions when it comes to making decisions, especially in business. Sometimes I can breeze past the little things. Like, I'm just like, go, and like, her being the flight attendant, she's just kind of like adding details in it. She's like coming through and just like, yes, so that belongs there. I know you're working. I know you're working. It's okay. I love you. Just leaves. Like, she's just like, she's like I guess you could say like the mother goose to the situation. Just, she adds that value that I can't do. So everything that I can't do, she does. Like, the little things, it's like, and it may not look like much, but in the scheme of things, everything, all of those small things, that creates a compound effect that creates a big impact when it's all said and done. So get y'all a flight attendant around y'all. Like, I'm being like 100% like honest. Like, none of this would have been here. The Dirty Trunk Podcast wouldn't have been the Dirty Trunk Podcast hadn't it been for her. And she doesn't like to take credit for it, but I mean, like, just the logistics of how things work. Like, LLC wouldn't have been a thing without her. Like, us getting our copyright submissions, like, she helped a big deal with that, and I'm completely thankful to you. As the love of my life, I'm completely thankful for your presence. I'm completely thankful for meeting you and having you in my life. And I can't do anything without you. I'm just saying.
Good thing you won't have to.
I could be the visionary and create everything that I want, but without people like you around me, I wouldn't be able to implement on anything, because I'm scatterbrained.
You're a scatterbrained pilot.
I'm a flight attendant pilot.
No, because it was based on who uses emotions and who doesn't. You gotta find your balance, people.
You gotta find your balance. That's number one.
And stay open in communication about things. If something bothers you, speak about it.
Don't be afraid to talk about it, because the longer you sit on that, the more avoiding conflict is not going to be the answer to everything, because all situations end with a conversation. If it's something that you don't like and there's something that somebody's doing, you have to talk about it in order to get it resolved. Like, you can't just hide from it and just expect it to go away. So any differences you have with people, just make sure that you make it known. Talk about those things and figure out with that other person how you and that person can move forward past that. Because if you never do that, then it never changes. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. That's what that means. No, I'm just joking.
You looked a little crazy there with the knife.
I didn't realize I was pointing a knife.
Flight attendant.
This has been fun. cooking in the studio definitely wasn't as different as I thought it would be.
No.
But, I mean, I guess when you in a tiny apartment, it really doesn't make a difference where you cook at because everything is small. So
yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, you guys make sure you get over to amgdynasty.com to check out all of our content there, including this video. And be sure to check us out on YouTube at Mac of All Trades, where you will find everybody in AMG on that channel. Be sure to check out the rest of our podcast episodes streaming on all of the major podcast platforms as of right now. I mean, well, obviously as of always, but who's counting? The episode 43? Who's counting? It's all good. But anyway, check out our website. Check out, hit us up on Facebook. Let us know what you would desire to hear about on these podcast episodes, and feel free to review, because we do this to put the conversation out there, have the tough conversations. We address the elephants in the room. Obviously, we love to do just that. So with that being said, we will catch you next week.